Finding the zeros of a polynomial. So, finding the zeros. Oh, zero.
Hero.
Okay, so here we go. Now on this one of the things we're going to have to do is this. Think about it. What's missing x to the what? It goes from x5 to what?
X4.
Next.
4.
Yeah, so you might remember that you have to think about 0x to the 4th. But something that I know in trying to solve this one, it's nice. The leading coefficient here is 1, which makes it easy. But 8, what are the factors of 8? You have 1 and 4, 1 and 8, and 2 and 4. Now I'm going to do this here. I'm going to try to draw this like, I went to the calculator and typed this in. And got this particular graph right here. Because that's going to help me out. Because here are all my possible combinations. I could have a plus or minus 1, a plus or minus 2, a plus or minus 4, or a plus or minus what?
8.
8. All as possible answers to this particular problem, right? But if I go to the calculator, what do I see? I can obviously see negative 2 as an answer, and also what? 1. 1 and negative 2 are answers. So what I'm going to do is, as I go to work this, I'm going to do the following. Now I'm going to go with synthetic division, and I'm going to go with 1 first, because 1's a nicer number. Right now, if I'm using 1 here, that means it really factors 2 and what? X what? Minus 1. Use 1. Now I'm going to write down the coefficients. And here's where it's important. There is a what? 0x to the what? 4. So I'm going to write 1, 0, 1, 2, negative 12, 8. I know there's my remainder part right there. It should go in evenly or it won't. I can't use it. And the first thing you do, remember Johnny Cash, right? Down, down, down. There you go. And 1 times 1 is 1. Add these together, 1. 1, add these together, it's 2. 1 times 2 is 2. Add those together, it's 4. 1 times 4 is 4. Negative 12 plus 4 is negative 8. 1 times negative 8 is negative 8. And it did make what? 0. So I know x minus 1 is a factor. I also know x minus 1 is a factor, not once, but what? Twice, because it did perform what I call a bounce right there. So I'm going to do 1 again. And I'm going to do it now on these numbers. You do it a different color.
Wow.
Because why rewrite it? Right? Everybody follow? I'm going to use the same. The numbers I got here are my answers. This is technically x to the 4th, x to the 3rd, x squared, x minus 8.
Can you explain why you're doing it again?
Oh, because I need to find all the factors. I found 1. Technically, when I found this 1, I now have x to the 4th plus x cubed plus 2x squared plus 4 minus 8. In other words, this times x minus 1, but I can still factor this further, right? Yes.
Wouldn't it be a 4x?
No.
There, by
Well, yes, it would be. Yes. 4x. Thank you. It would be 4x. So they're just going to go down 4x. And so now I'm going to use these same ones. Bring this 1 down here. 1 times 1 is 1. Carry the 1. The other one. 1 plus 1 is 2. 1 times 2 is 2. 2 plus 2 is 4. 1 times 4 is 4. That makes 8. 1 times 8 is 8. Put it here. Makes 0. So it did factor to what? So now I know I have this. I have 1x cubed plus 2x squared plus 4x plus 8 times, basically x minus 1, not once, but what? Twice. And here's where it's nice. I know that negative 2 is also what? An answer. Well, x, if I'm going to use a negative 2, it's the same as in what? X what? Plus 2. And I kind of need some board space, so I'm going to erase what I have done right there. I want to make sure I leave those coefficients so I can copy them down there and be like, oh, what I have. Well, actually, I have them written right there, so I'd be okay.
Yeah.
But the coefficients would be what? 1, 2, 4, 8, and if it's x plus 2, it's a negative 2 here. The actual number we have here is the one that goes in there, because it forms inside liars on the factoring part. I'm going to draw my nice little line. This one will be my remainder one. And it should be 0 or it doesn't work. So now I have, bring down the 1. Negative 2 times 1 is negative 2. 2 plus negative 2 is what? 0. Negative 2 times 0 is 0. That brings 4. Negative 2 times 4 is negative 8, which makes what? So it is a factor. So here's what I have. I now have, that's an x squared plus 0x, right? So I can skip to what? Plus 4 times basically an x plus 2 times x minus 1 squared, correct? So here's what it factors to, and if I want to find the other answers, I know it equals negative 2, 1, and 1. Set x squared plus 4 equal to 0. So x squared would be negative 4. Square root each side. What's the square root of negative 4? Pull the I out. And what's the square root of 4? Plus or minus. So you have a positive 2i or minus 2i. Meaning, I think that, and I think I have, nope, I didn't put the answer, final answer on there. Meaning that if I wanted to write it out in factored form completely, your answer would be basically this right here, but it would be what? X plus 2i, x minus 2i, x plus 2, x minus 1 squared. Go ahead, Cameron, and go.